taco dogs. It doesn't have a hood on it though. It is somewhat classic. What the heck is that? I'm trying to figure out what the crap that was. I have no idea. Go around the backside of taco dog. Meet up again with them. No hood on it though. It's a cool looking vehicle. Needs a hood, but I would say pretty much almost classic. Taco dogs. So street tacos are only $2.50 each right here. Not too bad. Crunchy tacos $1.75. There's a hot dog and a taco right here. They combine it. I think have Chicago dogs. It's actually poppy seed bun, yellow mustard, green relish, tomatoes, wedges, pickles, peppers, whatever sword peppers are, and jalapeno as well. I don't know. I guess you can add them on there. Celery salt. The Mexican dog on it has jalapenos. These are actually hot dog tacos. This is like insane. Just kind of see what that can see if they look at it. I don't really know anyone's around. There's the actual hot dogs right there. I don't see anyone around anywhere. There's a brewery. So when you walk in, basically, it's right on. You can see the taco dog sign right here. It's right along the main strip right here. They got street tacos too. I was gonna get a shot of that, but I was in a hurry. This is the main Roanoke Street right here. You can see the tower way over here. And I'm parked right behind it. Soul Fire is one thing, but it's actually called Oak Street Food Brew. Been here several times. They've got like several restaurants inside the same place. All right, picked up some taco dogs, and now we're gonna drop it off. There's a lot of traffic out there right now. A lot. And for all you original Slim Jim eaters, you want the original, and it's always good. I always take a bite at the Slim Jim. I've been doing this for a long time. I used to eat this for a play when I was in Lone Star. I ate them when I played Ray. I actually drank Lone Star for the production. It's like when we watered down the Lone Star, though. Yeah, it was Lone Star beer. It's called Lone Star. He also wrote Laundry and Bourbon, the playwright. I don't think I can get through here, though. I'm gonna try him. Yeah. We're gonna have to use the reverse. God forbid I have to turn around like that. It'd be cool if you could access that camera while you're driving. But I don't know, they may not be able to do that because if you had surface-to-air missiles on your car, I'm just joking. Yeah, this guy's gonna block me in now. You see him? Oh, there he goes the other way. Well, you could be a better aim, maybe. I really don't know. This is really cool. They probably have them in some cars where you can actually access that without having to go backwards. Try it again. Here we go. I did this one time with a Samsung 8 down a real long alleyway for quite a bit of time. I think it got some hits. I got some views on that one. One time I just walked through a parking garage and got like 36,000 views. No title or anything. The title was like the date. Now that's some algorithm right there. It's like you'll never know if your career was based on an algorithm or not. Because all because of the algorithm. Just how the algorithm. The biggest, vlogger in the world. But I do have like a favorite actress and favorite actor. One of my favorite actors, of course, is Robert De Niro. I'm a big Robert De Niro fan. Also like Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando is probably my favorite, but I had to be trained to believe that. A lot of people told me to watch Marlon Brando, but I do like Marlon Brando. I think he's a great actor. I really was big fans of like Gary Oldman and Sean Penn. Gary Oldman especially, I really appreciate Gary Oldman. I think they did a film together. But what I was gonna talk about is actresses. And I think a genius actress of our day today, I think it's Elle Fanning. I think she's great. She did a thing called, well, the one I like her in, that I think two of them I like her in, that I think she's really good. She's really good in 20th Century Women. So I thought she was really good in that one. And another one I thought she was good in that I think she's awesome is The Lowdown. or something like that. Her father's like in the movie, the character that she plays, it's based on a book in Los Angeles or something like that, in the area or some kind of big city like that. Her father is actually this drug addict jazz musician. She has to get by. Peter Linkage or Peter Dinklage or something like that. Little person that just did Cyrano Bergerac. He's in it. Pretty good film. Pretty serious film. But I think she's kind of the Ella Deuce or Eleanor Deuce of her time. Like just complete. Believe it or not, Peter Dinklage is actually brilliant in it, and he's actually a really good actor. The heart that man has is immense. But Cyrano Bergerac, Peter Dinklage kind of reminds me of like a writer. He could always play like a writer character. But Ella probably could too. They're both like really just dynamic, but there's not a single thing. They can't lie. You know, there's certain actors that they just can't be false. They have that gift of like sincerity. A lot of them do. I think Tom Cruise is that way a little bit too. I've talked about that at the studio when I was there. He has like tons of charisma and sincerity. You know, charisma is all you really need. Brando talked about that. All you need is guts. You know, just charisma. But yeah, Peter Dinklage. Forgive me on these names, but Peter Dinklage is his name. We're about to have like a halfway classic truck right here. And you guys see it. It's called Lowdown. I'm looking up the director right now. It's a great film. For Lowdown, the guy's name's Jeff Price or Jeff Priss or something. I would say maybe Price, Jeff Price. Looks like maybe like, I don't know what type of name it is, but he's a director. He did Lowdown, but he started off just doing music videos. That's all he did was music videos for like 10 years or something. But he did Lowdown, and I was just blown away. And I know cinema, and everything about that film is great. You got to see it. Now, another one her sister did. We were talking about Ella Fanning. Her sister, the other Fanning. Y'all know her name. Anyway, she did something called Stand By or something like that. She played a special person. She was like, she had an emotional problem, and she was like almost like borderline Tourette's or something like that. It was like an emotional behavior problem. But she decides to write the script for Hollywood, and she's going to go turn it in. And she goes driving across the nation, which she shouldn't have even been able to drive or something, and to turn the script in on time or something. I don't know exactly how it works. She wants to drop it in a mailbox or something. I'd have to go back and watch the exact plot points to it. Brilliant film. But that's her sister, Ella Fanning's sister, Dakota, which is amazing. But you got to see that one. It's pretty cool. Both of those are really good films. We were talking about Jim Adler, and we just witnessed a wreck that needed that. It was actually with an Amazon truck, and boy, was there emotion in the air there. They were upset. I mean, big time upset. Yeah, when an Amazon truck collides into you at any speed, actually it didn't collide, they collided into it, but it doesn't matter. In a case like that, Adler could probably work you out a few $100,000, especially if you got a little bit of whiplash or anything. You get hit by one of those commercial trucks, you're sitting in a pretty mansion. Hey, R2. I mean, you're sitting, you're sitting pretty after that, especially if you go visit Jim Adler. Yeah, the film, I remember now. The film that Dakota Fanning played was called Please Stand By, and it was a special needs person that writes a script and wants to turn it into Hollywood. She takes photos along the way and stuff like that. She gets on a bus, she tries to do all this stuff, but she should never really be on her own, so she's in like a special home. Really good movie. Check it out. The actress's name is Dakota Fanning too. Wonderful. Look at this nightmare. You got a tennis ball here, and you got a basketball right there. So, looking for the right, like a Steve Martin comedy or something. I think it's probably somewhere, no, let's see. I think, yeah, I have no idea. This looks like, that's 45. It's gotta be this one right here. I'm assuming, yeah, it is. There you go. this is my fault, you know, that I have to wait on a train. I guess, you know, blame me, you know, for the railroad system. You know, this thing goes on forever. It's that US 377. Like I said, it's kind of a famous road. And it leads all the way to Mexico eventually. And it goes all the way up to, I believe, like the Oklahoma area. That's how US 377. Read it on Wiki. Look it up on Wiki. They expanded it. It'll go all the way to Mexico, and then all the way back, and all the way to the top for Oklahoma. Or we're really right into Oklahoma. And there it is. There she blows. Feels like gold. Summertime burns it, turns golden yellow. And summer is approaching, my friends. So all you gotta do in the state of Texas, if you live in Texas, is basically walk outside for 30 minutes a day, every day, or as much as you can, and you will lose probably about 50 pounds. About 50 pounds. So say you're 210 pounds. And by the end of summer, you'll be 160 if you walk outside for about 30 minutes every day, probably around lunchtime or even now. This is when it really gets hot because it takes time for the ground to heat up. So after time, the ground heats up like an oven and you will lose a lot of weight. Pulling up on Thai Monkey, pick up some Chinese food, or it's actually Thai food. And the Chinese affect all forms of cuisine throughout Asia, and everywhere else too. It's Thai Monkey. I meant that it's Thai food. Okay, we got that out of the way. Hey, I shot a little indie there. This place right here. True story. It was called The Projectionist. Hint, hint. They better get on it too. I told the guy in Thai Monkey they need to do something about these because they're real sticky and they don't put any tape at the top right there. I told him, hey man, these spill. Can you put like something like this on the top so it stays in there? Like, okay, so I'm gonna talk about the death scenes in Friday the 13th that I remember. And one, I remember, of course, the slaying of the mother of Jason Voorhees. So Jason's mother is killed. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's an axe involved somewhere down the line. And I want to say maybe there's a severed head, and she's like almost kind of like martyred, I think. There's a pitchfork too involved too. But anyway, on the second one, there is a pitchfork involved through a bed. No. It's a spear. A spear goes through the bed on the second one. The two lovers, their spear goes right there. reason I'm so obsessed with the Texas Motor Speedway is because when things turn into the Road Warrior, that's probably where some people are going to carry, or at least people are going to have stored the gas. The gasoline is stored. You know, where everyone's like outside of the place trying to get in, you know, with like big Road Warrior looking like vehicles and flamethrowers and sawed-off shotguns and stuff, and bow and arrows and crossbows. That right there says Haslett. You can see the first part of it, and there we go. This is Alamo Fireworks, so 4th of July, people. This is a big factory of fireworks right there, and they disperse the Alamo fireworks probably all over the place. There we go. Okay, so what we're looking at here is Alliance Airport, way in the distance over that way. That's the actual airport that I pass all the time. And the Westport Bridge and all that stuff is right over there. The same little kind of area. Texas Motor Speedway is coming up with NASCAR. So if you're NASCAR fans, you're getting ready right now for NASCAR. I think it may even be going on right now, or at least they're getting ready for it. But there was, like I said, some military fueling up at that particular Buc-ee's, probably because it's cheaper. And they may have been on a military mission. They'll do practice missions and stuff. And Texas is a great place for them to practice, train in the heat, all kinds of stuff. You know, whatever they were doing. But they were there at Buc-ee's. But NASCAR will be coming through, and it'll change the whole aspect of traffic. You'll see tons of traffic, major traffic, just like a concert. If you think of like a rock concert or whatever, you've got people that come through there camping. You got people that have camper vans all the time. Bands come through there too sometimes because you've got a big music scene in Roanoke. So there's a lot of entertainment in this area for really great musicians. Even there's some acting. You know, I did some acting out in Grapevine, and I probably did one of my best works out there when I did Orphan. I played Treat. And I did it right there on Grapevine at the historic place. We did the whole thing. We had like a sellout crowd every night, and it was a great little show that we did. Me and a guy named Philip, and I think the character's name was Philip. I'm sorry, I don't remember the other actor. Sorry, I remember Harold was played by a guy named Harold though. I think that's true, but I don't remember Philip, the guy that played Philip. I played Treat, but it was really cool. It was really cool. You can check it out. You gotta be careful with this stuff right here. They just don't know how to package it at all. I already got on to them about it. They do not know how to package that stuff at all. It's just stupid to package it that way. You don't ever do that with drinks. Okay, so we've got... That's a cool looking thing looking right there. Anyway, it just looks like a weird looking cloud. There it is. That's the bridge right there. That's the bridge that we were passing under. You can see that it's somewhat constructed. There is like a little extended stay there. I used to drop off food right there. But there it is. You can see it coming right out of Keller, going right in, going towards Fort Worth. And they've almost got it completed on that side. That's the bridge that I was talking about, right by Westport. It's right by Westport. If you think of Westport, is what that bridge is right there. And believe it or not, after all this, in the middle of where I'm at, there's a freaking car. You know, you'll be out in the middle of like nowhere, and there's a freaking van like right behind you. There it is. That's the Westport Bridge. Look at that though. That is freaky. Does that not look freaky? And out of nowhere, it's like, stop here. Because they're gonna let this traffic through on this one way. Imagine that. And they're stopped, so they're gonna take some time. See how they're going right now? They're gonna take time going through here. You got a personal plane going up here, probably right out of Alliance. See how they're moseying through here? I don't know what that guy's doing, but. And then what will happen, there's no light right here. Let's see if I can stop copyright. So he's hauling right there. And you got all of this, and there's no light, but there's a light right there. It's like a one-way thing. Then you wait, like right here, and you're just sitting here. Where's the AI in this? There's that personal plane, you can hear it. Yeah, I'm a little confused on this one. So I'm looking for you know, where's the light thing? So there's another one. See, if they stop, that means they got a green or they got a red. What would they do? Okay. I'm like, what would they do that for? But you don't see any cars coming, and you don't know for sure if they got a camera on it. I don't think they would, because you only have like a one lane right here. So you have to be patient. And it's real hard to do because it's only one light sticking out there. And they take forever. That light's pretty much red right now. And what do you think Kenny Powers would have done in that moment? He would have flipped out, wrote on his bio about Kenny Powers. Look at this right here. And they're always right there, one car ahead and one car behind. See? They're just one to be. They're like the extras, you know? They're pretty much the background artists right there. Thanks for letting me get in the cows, buddy. We got a segment of it. Probably got a great picture out of that. The video was on slow-mo, so they didn't get the sound. But I got the video of it. There it goes. We'll get the sound in just a minute. We switched it over. It'll be coming through here. You'll hear it. There it goes. It's coming out from this side right here. And you can see it. It looks like it's behind you, but it's not. It's over here. So it sounds like it's behind you, but it's over on the other side. So if you do a 180, boom, right there. Look where the stop sign is, right here. Look above the stop sign. That's where the sound's coming from, but it sounds like it's coming from over this way. The opposite side of where you're at. You'll see it over there. Another one's crossing. They'll always have a partner right there. He's a big fan. So when the plane is zooming around, you do a 180. You'll look this way. It's the other way. It's on the other side of the sky. Because they're beating the sound. They're not breaking the sound barrier. You'll hear that. On a sound barrier, when the fighter jet breaks a sound barrier, it actually can shatter a window. It's a supersonic sound. It's very loud. I hear them quite a bit. But they're always going to be on the opposite side when they're doing that, because they fly, well, they can fly straight over on a certain bombing thing or launching a missile. But if they're doing surveillance, a lot of the times they'll go like a U-turn, or they'll go in a circle because of how their equipment is and stuff like that, and what they're trying to survey. Not always, but sometimes they will. They're just basically circling around the Westport airport is, because they do flyboy shows. They basically do fighter jet shows and things like that. Okay, so this is actually the bridge that I was talking about, and it goes all the way through here. You can kind of see it. This is the one that's under construction, and they're actually building it. So it's being built as I'm speaking right now. There's the other one right there. You can kind of see it. You can hear it too, but I'm competing with diesel, which is basically 16-wheeler or 18-wheelers. It goes right through. Sound actually is coming straight upward. You're hearing the sound where it was above you. You're seeing the plane here, and you're hearing the sound straight above you as if it just flew over you. So it's very odd. It's a very odd sensation. You're looking at the plane and hearing the sound come from a different area. It's a very odd sensation. There it goes way over that way. And his partner was actually going through there. They're fans too. The 18-wheelers are. Because you got the Smoky, and you used to have the Bandit. Or is it that you have the Bandit, and we once had the Smoky? There it is right there. Some of them. Yeah, we once had the Smoky, but now we only have the Bandit. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know the Smoky and the Bandit, or Bandit and the Smoky. It's titled Smoky and the Bandit, but there goes two of them right there. They're just probably getting ready for a show, for a jet fighter show. You can see one's a bomber right there above. See it? Going right above the telephone pole, or the light, or electric pole. I guess it's electric, or the line, electric line. I don't know if there's telephones that go through there, but electric, the power line, right above that one. There it is. It's a better one right there. That's the actual bridge that's being constructed right there. It's a Westport bridge.